has good reason for redemption, wanting this rematch against the Predator Frye.
You're absolutely right. Here we go. Goodridge wearing the gi. Quick right hand landed by Frye. Up against the octagon fence and back off. Knee by Frye.
That had some impact to it. It backed Goodridge right off. This is where Frye was so effective. Uppercut, hook, uppercut, hook.
Up against the octagon fence again.
Personally, I think against the grappler, I think a gi is a bad move.
Frye with a quick move of his own, and he lands the right.
It's one thing for a wrestler to be able to take an opponent down using just a body part, but when you give him clothing to head onto, once he grabs it, you can't break his grip.
Goodridge lands a big right hand.
Goodridge using the fence to keep himself up. Trading knees now, the two combatants.
If they end up on the mat, it favors Frye. Goodridge doing his best to keep it on the feet. Right hand landed by Frye. Short uppercut.
Oh, good right hand. And they separate. Crowd loves it. Great sequence there. Goodridge stopping the grappler from taking him to the ground, but he absorbed some punishment.
Frye leading with the right hand. A knee by Frye. You don't see in boxing very much. A fighter lead with the right, easily sets it up with a jab, but Frye just threw a straight right.
The speed of Frye's punches are beating Goodridge to the mark.
Goodridge showing some of his raw power here.
They say sometimes the big powerful people is slower. You can feel the body tensing up for the strike, and perhaps that gives you that momentary advantage or anticipation of being able to stop it from connecting. Frye able to duck under that one hard right.
Lands an uppercut of his own. Oh, a solid kick by Frye.
Frye again showing his versatility, using kicks now as well as knees, something we really haven't seen a lot of from the Predator in the past.
Frye would want to make a move here, Jeff, rather than engage in just a pure muscle contest with Goodridge.
Well, I think position has so much to do with it, and you can see Frye hanging on to the gi. The gi becomes an actual asset for Frye here. When Goodridge wants to separate, Frye stays in tight to him.
So well matched.
And you can see Frye, if you can see Frye's left hand, it's out of the camera angle here. It's hanging out of the shoulder part of the gi. So when Goodridge tries to throw that right hand, he feels it coming, and he can actually use the gi to hinder that motion of the punch.
Goodridge landing a short right hand. There's an uppercut by Goodridge. He's landing to Frye's face.
Frye's hands now are below, protecting against that uppercut. But he's still hanging on to the gi at the collar. Still hanging on to it so that Goodridge can't disappear.
Oh, there was a solid uppercut by Frye.
There it is. Hook, uppercut, hook, uppercut. Frye trademark. He's shown that combination in the past. Goodridge needs to get off the fence. He wants to be able to move so that he can create space.
Frye landed 3 or 4 solid rights. Goodridge back to the body with the right hand. Frye answers and then goes upstairs. 4 minutes in. 12-minute time limit, 1 3-minute overtime if necessary. Frye again with an uppercut. And both fighters exerting a lot of energy here, which does not bode well for the tournament format. Frye lands again with a right.
And he almost finished that with his elbow. That might be another way. Yeah, he is using his elbow. Again, another tactic change by Frye.
So he goes from fists of stone to elbows of granite.
Goodridge, though, doesn't look as though he's in any real trouble. He can't get off. In other words, he really can't get his offense going. But it doesn't appear as though Frye is taking him out with those punches. The big man, the size, that thick neck and shoulder area, able to absorb it.
And there's Frye working on that gi, pulling on the gi. Uppercut by Goodridge. Oh, another big right hand by Goodridge.
Headbutt by Frye there. Good fight. We're seeing a lot of different strategy here on how to approach striking an opponent from close quarters. Another right hand, and now Frye wants him in the middle.
He's the strength and conditioning coach and trainer for Frye. They're back on their feet in the middle. Goodridge finally off the fence. Goodridge with a combination.
Come on.
This is a good strategy by Goodridge not to get down on the ground. He's using the fence to keep himself up, absorbing the shots that Frye's trying to get off.
Keep it working.
And the whole time keeping himself in the fight.
6 minutes in. Quarterfinal number 2.
Doing good, come on.
And both guys look tired.
They've spent a lot of energy pushing, shoving, fighting up against the fence.
Takedown by Goodridge.
Goodridge now has Frye on his back. We have not seen this often.
McCarthy says, get your hands off the fence or I'll separate you right now. Goodridge with the weight advantage now.
Yes, and that weight will help to try to keep Frye down, but Frye has a great amount of experience in grappling. Look for him to try to reverse, but what he's doing is keeping Goodridge's head down. But Big Daddy has a bench press. Big arms, he will try to separate and start to rain blows down.
Keep working, doing good.
Short headbutt by Big Daddy, not much damage, but keeping the pressure on throughout.
Get your head off the fence, Gray. I'll stand you up.
Frye working, moving along the fence.
See if Big Daddy here can get off. He hasn't used this position to his advantage yet.
Big Daddy misses with a short headbutt.
And just for an example, Bruce, to show about the gi again, one hand can grab the back collar of the gi and hold the head down. The second hand is free to attack with, whether it's going after your opponent's throat or throwing a strike.
Does Frye have the energy here, Jeff, to try some type of reversal? Oh, that was a big right hand by Goodridge.
Good punch. Best one for Goodridge of the fight. Potentially Frye here wants to feel what Goodridge is going to do and wait for Goodridge to get frustrated and try to separate himself, and that is where he'll probably try to turn this position into a scramble and rely on his grappling ability to come out of it.
Short headbutt employed by Goodridge.
Goodridge doing a good job here.
Frye grabs Goodridge's head. He's capable of a choke.
Get out of there. Get out of there, dog.
He's looking to try to scoot his hips out towards the center of the octagon and try to base out, get in a scramble and get back to his feet. Or perhaps just try to roll the Big Daddy over. Use an elevator.
Goodridge stays in control.
Looking good. Come on.
Actually, the Predator can rest a little bit here.
Let go of the fence.
That's what he's doing right now. You can see
Seems Big Daddy is also trying to do that. Big Daddy's punches don't seem to carry the snap right now.
Well, he doesn't really have the angle either.
No angle. Can't get that body into the punch either, so there's no power behind it.
9 minutes in. 12-minute regulation, 1 3-minute overtime.
If this stays here a lot longer, Bruce, we can see referee John McCarthy break this and put it back up on their feet. This has been a great fight. Numerous situations up against the fence and now in the guard, and we're looking at perhaps an arm lock by the Predator. Nothing yet.
Goodridge continues to move. And Frye exerting a lot of energy in that last attempt. Breathing heavily through the mouth.
Yes, both athletes are breathing heavily through the mouth, but Frye again showing his versatility, letting everything go to go after an arm lock. Goodridge unable to capitalize while Frye was in, or actually out of position there when he was unable to secure that submission hold. Becky, Frye's strength and conditioning coach. Another arm bar here applied by Frye. Not working yet.
Goodridge trying to fight it off. Throws a right hand. That'll take some snap off of Frye's hold. There's Gary Goodrich's corner.
Goodrich
Mike Mobbs, his manager, Fong Tron, John Knapp, Norm Bell. Goodrich once beat 1,000 men in a row in 2 hours in Japan in arm wrestling, and that's the kind of power that he used, that right hand.
Frye looking to try to get off the bottom. Oh, good right hand by Don Frye. And he's looking to go for the arm bar again. This he might be able to get out of now.
Let's see if Frye can move from here. A minute to go before overtime.
Goodrich perhaps looking for a choke. Watch him try for the big knee.
Frye grabs the leg.
And Goodrich,
tap out.
Goodrich is exhausted.
Frye wins it.
Oh, it can happen quick, Bruce. Frye reversed him, got in top. And Big Daddy was tired. And Big Daddy tapped out rather than take the punishment.
With just 40 seconds left in regulation, Frye wins by submission. Tremendous heart by Don Frye. He took the punishment, and then he was able to make the one move, and he went after Big Daddy, and he scored.
Well, he certainly used a lot of energy early on up against the fence trying to repel Frye's attack.
He's got the energy
to tie his shoes right now. It's kind of hard to believe, but again, when you're on your back, you spend a lot more energy in offense that gets frustrated than you do in defense that's effective.
An exhausted Goodrich walks out of the act, and there's Frye.
And that's where Goodrich got tired. Offense on top, he had none. He tried and he tried. It caught up to him, and when the tables got turned and he found himself on the bottom, Goodrich tapped out.
It was exhaustion, according to referee John McCarthy. Once the reversal came about, as Jeff said, he had nowhere to go but tapping the mat. Jeff, let's take a look back at the highlights of this one and begin with the takedown by Big Daddy.
Well, Big Daddy was up against the fence. Frye got a little flat-footed trying to throw punches, and Big Daddy took him down. Mind you, Frye had Goodrich, had him up against the fence and threw a lot of punches. But once Goodrich got him down, it was now Big Daddy's turn to go ahead and unleash some fury. He threw numerous punches towards the Predator's head. Don Frye able to absorb those and continue. And eventually Frye worked himself off his back using his grappling skills, took Big Daddy Goodrich down. Goodrich, exhausted at this point, felt he could not defend himself, tapped out.
Well, in the fight that Goodrich lost to Frye in UFC 8, he came back to us, Jeff, and he said superior strength, superior attitude, superior mind, but I forgot about superior lungs. I'll never lose again because of conditioning. I think we just saw it happen again.
And I'll tell you what, I don't think the gi helps you. I think the gi hurts you because it keeps the heat in. Your body can't cool itself.